The Against All Odds podcast, sponsored by Oak Forest Recovery. Welcome to the Against All Odds podcast. I am your host, RJ, here with co-host Rachel.
Hello.
Rachel, the one and only.
We're just going to talk some shit.
Yeah,
Answer some questions.
This is one of those episodes where it's just us.
Yeah.
Which I always love, to be honest.
Yeah. And we always say, I feel like we don't get a lot of whenever on YouTube, I'm like, ask us whatever you want. And I think people are like either scared or they're just like, I don't know. We will answer like anything that you guys want to talk about. That's what these episodes are for. Nothing's really off limits, babe. So like ask away in the comment section. Hello? Section. Whatever you want to know. Yeah.
Honestly, like the deeper the topic, the better.
Yeah. Or even if you want to be really nosy and get into our personal lives or whatever it may be, you know? So where should we start off with some of these?
You got some questions?
Yeah, I did a little post on Facebook last night and asked you guys what
let's see what they said.
Wanted us to talk about or questions. The first one that I realized is someone was asking about complacency. This is from Lisa, and she said, complacency, I prayed for so long to get past and to where I am today. I'm forever grateful. At this point, I am scared. It's been at least 5 years, maybe 6. I'm not scared of temptation, but scared of failure, I guess. I know I'm strong. Heroin, meth, for over 10 years ago, honestly, probably longer than that. I'm not even sure if. Okay, so that's the rest of her thing. But
What's the main question?
Just asking about complacency. Like I think that she's I think she's bored? Scared. Getting bored or being stagnant. I mean, I know for me, like when I'm complacent, I usually get miserable pretty quickly. I've learned that over the last 7.5 years. Like complacency isn't a good thing for me. If I'm like, okay, like I don't really need to do my morning meditation, or I don't really want to answer my phone for my sponsees, or like, but you're in a place where you're like fine with it. You know, right. I'm also hard headed and I gaslight myself. And like, I have to get to a point where I'm in enough pain to change anything, you know, complacency never ends well for me. I'll tell you that. So, I mean, how I try to combat that is I just try to, if I'm not continuously growing, like my recovery, my relationships, my relationship with God, like I personally will see a decline pretty quickly if I get complacent, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think for me, it's like, God, it's so hard. I don't think it's hard to find, I feel like I want to be complacent sometimes, you know? I feel like I'm so wired the opposite of like,
well, you're just go all the time.
I'm like always starting something new, or I'm like doing something this, or like let's, you know, it's just, and there's so much that sort of, I guess, forces me to have to get out of bed in the morning and solve and fix and work on. And
you're too busy to be complacent. I think that's what it is. You just have too much. You have too much going on in your life.
Yeah, because complacency sounds like it could be good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like. I don't know. I think complacency is a bad place to get to, for sure, you know? And then I think there's also like a healthy amount of complacency.
Yeah,
like
no, I agree.
You know
I think
I mean?
When people usually say that, they mean like, especially just getting complacent in your recovery, right?
Right.
You're kind of just getting stagnant. Like you're not really
doing anything.
Yeah, you're not really doing anything. And that's, I mean, always my answer is if you're not growing, then you're like going backwards.
For sure.
Like, and that fucking sucks. And it's rude. That sometimes you have to put consistent work in, you know?
And I think there's lots of ways to do that.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean?
And you can switch it up. There's been times where I've gone to the same meeting and I get really bored of this fucking meeting and then I start getting resentful at people and I'm like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. Sometimes you need to switch things up. Sometimes you just need to add little things in.
Yeah.
To just and just even small little differences, you know, small little changes can make like a huge difference. Yeah,
for sure. I think it's about that, right? It's like I think maybe some people can get stuck in complacency because they think like, oh, well, I just got to call my sponsor and I got to go back to the same meetings, or I got to go.
Yeah, it's like so repetitive and boring sometimes.
Yeah, it's like you can also go get a therapist. You can also, you know, go try some EMDR. You can also go do some sonic cold plunge. You could also go do like
Go in the woods and hug some trees.
That's what I mean, right?
You know, like, get weird. Put your feet in the grass.
Right.
Yeah.
Just there's so many things.
Yeah.
There's so much to do, and Yeah, I think just get creative and find something new. It's like you, I think about like you go on the keto diet. You know what I mean? It's like, that's like, you know what I mean? That's like somebody who was like, okay, you were living one way for a while and then you were like, fuck this.
Yeah.
And you went like keto and then you did that for a while.
I'm an
Like,
extremist.
okay, I'm done with this, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that keeps things very new and fresh and working on something again, you know?
Yeah, I think that's the answer for complacency is like make sure you're doing new things. You're not having sometimes the same routine can be amazing to a certain point, but if you start feeling like you're getting to a dangerously complacent point, just switch some things up. It doesn't even have to be anything crazy,
right?
You know, just little things. Okay, let's see what else we got. Someone was asking, I wonder if maybe you'd do an episode with a couple of moms who have gone through postpartum depression, discuss how to navigate the devastatingly lonely and isolating times at home. I've had some pretty bad luck with family and friend relationships. I've had to drop a lot of toxic relationships so that I could work on evolving myself, but it's left me very much alone in this journey. I feel like I'm just living the same day over and over with no way out, always filling everyone else's cup. Dude, that's so fucking hard. And I've been there. I love that I'm able to be home with my kids. But my God, there's some days where I don't feel like eating or getting out of bed. Okay. So she goes, it's a very long post. This is from, I think you say Mylin. Dude, postpartum depression and just even being a new mom without, or a new parent without
did you have any postpartum?
Oh yeah, but I was also getting high as soon as I had Johnny. I mean, not with Silas. You
were sober with Silas, right?
Yeah, I mean, I was so sleep deprived. I don't think I really dealt with postpartum depression with Silas as much. And I know with Johnny, like
what year was he born?
2020.
Yeah, right in COVID.
And I'm at home and I was I was so engulfed with like, I didn't have to go to work. I didn't have to do anything. We were in quarantine. He's a COVID baby and I kind of loved it. So, but I know with Johnny, my escape from all of the things that come with being a new mom. And that's not to say with Silas, it was still really fucking hard. There, especially he didn't sleep for anything. And I loved being home and I was home all the time. And then that went on for years after that. So even after quarantine and stuff like that, and I wasn't sleeping, I was doing the mom thing completely by myself. John was out in these streets getting high.
Right.
So I was completely alone and I was taking care of two kids, and not only my own kids, then because I couldn't afford daycare, I had an at-home daycare and I was watching a bunch of my friends' kids every single day. And that was the hardest fucking thing I think I've ever done in my life.
Really?
Like that time of my life. Yeah, you have to think Silas wasn't sleeping for shit.
Yeah,
he just
you're
like
not
was
sleeping,
cracking.
and now you're taking care of all these little kids.
All of these little kids. God. I'm doing overnights, like I'm doing sleep. I'm letting the kids stay at my house. I'm taking care of my own. I'm barely making any fucking money, right? I'm like to have the lowest rates ever in the whole Austin. And that was so hard. And I didn't have really any adult friends. I didn't have a lot of no social interaction. I had no love life. I was like very, very lonely in that time. But I think I was just so busy that like there's times where I look back and I'm like, I don't know how I got fucking through that, you know? And that was when I started making content
it's
too.
Just because you had to.
I had no other option.
You just had to.
But I would recommend if you are in a space, I know that connection also, now obviously there is like postpartum depression, and I had postpartum anxiety really fucking bad. I had the most intrusive thoughts. I thought like I wouldn't let Silas go anywhere like without me at all.
Sick or something, or taken, or
no, just on a normal day. On a normal day, like he slept in bed with me. I would check his breathing every like fucking 15 minutes. I always thought like I dealt with the craziest intrusive, like horrendous things that could happen. And I'm still like that to an extent, to be honest, when it comes to my kids. It's like fucked up. But I would recommend, number one, like seeking professional help if you need to. And then also just like realizing that there is so much power in community. So like, even if you can't go somewhere, there are so many resources online. I remember I was in all these like, listen, nobody wakes up one day and thinks, you know what'll be fun? Going to rehab. But sometimes life gets messy, and the bravest thing that you can do is admit that you need a reset.
At Oak Forest Recovery, we're not here to judge. We've been there. We know what it's like. We've been scared. We've been alone, using comedy and jokes to cover it all up. The good news is you don't have to do it alone. We have the tools, we've got the community, and we even have good coffee.
If you or someone you love is struggling, come see us. Healing doesn't have to be boring. It can even be fun, and we're here to help. On Facebook, they have these groups, and it was like moms having babies in January 2020. And like you find your exact group of people that are having babies at the same time as you. And for that first year, first year, people are getting on and like, oh, my baby's going through this. And like, does anyone else know what do I do in this situation? And just even that, I've never met any of these women, right? They're from God, I don't even know where, but just having that and knowing that like I'm not alone in the situation that I'm in, and there's other people that are going through these things, like it was really cool. So I always think that community and just connection can really help in those situations.
It would be so interesting to have somebody come on who really went through some
100%.
postpartum.
And yes, I'll reach out and
if you guys know anybody or if anybody's watching that's been through that, reach out. I mean, I think that I'd love to know some more about that and kind of like how you got through it in sobriety too. Yeah. I've seen it.
Well, Abby, that's how she got addicted to Xanax.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's how her whole addiction like started.
I've seen it in people that I've seen have kids and it's been like so terrible. Like I've seen some people, it's like so gnarly.
Dude, the changes that happen to your body, not just your physical body, but your mind after you have a baby are like so insane. There's postpartum depression, there's postpartum anxiety, there's postpartum rage. Like there is like, it's gnarly. Like it is fucking, your hormones are like all
Mother
over.
Bear, just like
There's like it's really intense. And then you add all of those like crazy hormone things and then like possibly depression, anxiety, mental health stuff on top of it. And then you add in sleep deprivation and all these other things and your body physically recovering. That's like one of the most gnarly things you could ever do with in your life. So yeah, let's see what else we got. Nick, my girl Nick says, you mentioned being a chronic relapser. What was different about the last time that you got sober, maybe mentally or spiritually, or circumstantially? For me, I mean, I think the last time that I got sober, I just fully surrendered. I think it was a matter of like, I wasn't ready to and when I say chronic relapser, I mean chronic relapser. And I don't even know if I can call it that, right? Because I never really had true sobriety before this round. I would always get to like 2 weeks. I would detox myself. I would get to 2 weeks and I would relapse. And I couldn't understand why, right? And I thought it was a physical problem. I didn't realize for so long that it was something internally and it was a spiritual condition and all of these things. And I wasn't really willing to look at that for a long time. And then as soon as I actually surrendered and I was like, okay, I'll do like whatever the fuck I'm told and I'll work this program and I'll do this and I'll do that. That was what changed it for me.
Yeah, it's that like radical surrender.
Yeah.
You know, like just radical. For me, it was just radical surrender.
Yeah.
Like, I think I can like really viscerally remember being like maybe 10 to 14 days sober. Like, you know, where I'm like, and I've kicked pretty much cold turkey off hair, like a gnarly
Would
hair.
you? Cold turkey?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got nothing, dude. I got nothing. Yeah, dude,
oh God.
No. And I remember they get like the house manager like had like, I think it was like they had one strip of Suboxone, but like I didn't see a doctor and they like just gave me like a couple little pieces.
Okay,
like,
okay.
But it like not until
it didn't
was, like,
do much.
It was like day 8.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
God.
Like, dude, it was wrong, dude. It was torture.
Where did you go? Where'd you go?
I just went to this like kind of flop house place.
Okay.
You know, I'm not going to name them because I don't want to, you know, talk poorly about them.
But you were ready. That was the time.
I was so ready.
Okay.
And it was dude, it was shittiest sober living. Like there was like no food. There was just, you know what I mean? It was just terrible. And
sometimes you need that though. And I feel that's a huge testament of
well,
like,
and I was allowed to have my phone. I was allowed to have my wallet.
But
money,
you still got it.
And yeah, I was radically surrendered. And I remember like, it was like 10 or 11 days and I was still like not feeling, great.
Yeah,
right. Like I
yeah.
hadn't been eating food for months.
Yeah.
And I was like malnourished. I'm eating macaroni and cheese to survive at the sober living. And I just remember being like, fuck, dude, I don't care. Like my problem was always like I would get sober and be like, I need to get a job and I need to make money and I need to be successful and I need to do this and I need to do that and I need to do this and I need to go to the gym and I need to be healthy things. And I need to and I just needed to do all these, you know what I mean? It was just like so like I knew what I needed to do and it's these things in life. And I remember it was like day 10 or 11 or 12 or something near the end of the detox. I'm maybe starting to feel a little bit better, but still shitty. And just being like, dude, like I can't trust myself at all. Like I can't trust my mind at all. Like I don't like me.
Yeah.
And there was that piece of me that was starting to be like, how are you going to get some money? Or like, where are you going to get a job? Or like, how are you going to get a car? Or like, you know what I mean? Like those little things that were like
gnawing at you.
And I remember just being like, it was like I was mad at me.
Yeah.
Like I was mad at that voice, that like very industrious, like go get it attitude that I've like just whatever that is in me that also is a major flaw in early sobriety for me. Because then I'd be like, okay, I'm going to work. And then I'll do AA, but I'll make time for it later.
And that became before your recovery.
Yeah, I would always put these things first because I would be like, okay, well, recovery will be easier to do if I have money and a car and a job and a house and a this and a that and a blah, 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 blah. And it's like, no, those things are easy to do if I have recovery first.
Right.
But that voice in me that would start to come up. I remember this time, because I was a chronic relapser, but with like years of dry sobriety, right?
Yeah.
And it was it's really difficult to like be sober, like dry sober for years, and like build a life and like have a life, like you have a life with things and stuff, and then lose it in a matter of like weeks or like 2 months.
Yeah.
And then have to restart that, and then do that a few times. And then you're like in this like shitty sober living, track marked up, sucked up, back in it again, and just like, I always talk about it's like stretching,
like the rubber band. Yeah, I used that. I was on Glynis's podcast and I used that stuck with me.
It is. It's what it's. You know what I mean? It's just like I felt like it was. I was a very tight rubber band in my ways of thinking. And every sobriety or every relapse or every time I lost things, it was like, just kind of pulled it out more. And it was like, and I became a little bit more pliable.
Yeah.
And then it finally just reached that place where it was like, it just stretched all the way out. And I was like,
okay. Thank God. Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, you're through.
I'll eat mac and cheese and I'll be grateful for it.
Yeah.
And, I'll go to AA meetings all day long and I will walk all the way to Gold's and get a workout in and walk back and be grateful that I can even walk there. And, and that's what it took for me. You know what I mean? And
same. I think it's so many people, and I talk to a lot of people. I get a lot of messages of like, like I had this amount of time and then I relapsed and I'm like so in shame and I'm so disappointed and all of these things. And my first thing that I tell all of these people is like, this is part of your journey. Yes. Every time that you go through one of these situations, first of all, you don't lose whatever you learned and whatever you like the growth you did during that time. That's still there, right? Because a lot of the time, us addicts is like, oh, I fucked up. Well, I might as well fuck all the way up. You know what I mean? And you have the choice to either lock back in and try again, which can be hard if you're in shame and all these things. And I get that.
But those things are a part of it. It's
1,000%. And it's hard to see that when you're in it, right? It's just like, oh, fuck, I can't get this. But you don't understand that every fuck up that you go through is getting you closer to the point where you're going to be so sick of this shit that you're actually going to fucking get it. Yeah. And you're going to be willing to get it. Because I was in the rooms for over 10 fucking years. I was in active addiction for 10, 15. And I wanted to be sober. Like I did.
Right.
There were so many times where I wanted to be sober. And it took me every single relapse and every single step and every single consequence and every single fucked up thing that I went through led to the point where I was desperate enough finally
That's what I mean.
to actually surrender and like do something different. I've seen first, I've got to meet clients that have come, you know, through finding Forest through my platform. And I think that's been one of the most special things. And then seeing them, I've seen people come in the beginning, and then I've seen them, you know, at Bonfire or after, and seeing like the light come back in their eyes and what a great experience they're having. And this new, you know, community that they have now that could last for the rest of their lives and has set them up like for a successful recovery. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things. So if you're watching this and you cannot, you're a chronic relapser too, and you're having a really hard time, is like, just know that every single, and that's not, I'm not telling you go fuck up on purpose, but I'm saying like when we go through these things, sobriety is so fucking hard. And I wasn't ready until I was, and I went through so many times where I just couldn't fucking get it. And I was like, I'm never going to get this. All of those fucked up times and relapses and everything that we go through can lead you to the point where you are finally ready to like get it, like stretching the rubber band. I love that analogy.
That rubber band out. And, or talking to parents, it's like you know, don't protect your kid from
consequences.
Feeling that shame and those consequences. Like, love them still. I love you and I'm here for you and I want you to get help, and I'll help you if I can, and help them when they're willing or able or whatever. But don't shelter them from the consequences. Don't shelter them from that shame and that it's
terrible. Important to feel a degree of it. You need it to get to the point where you're going to break.
It's got to break you down. And
yeah, because if it's comfy cozy, you're not going to make any changes, babe. That's the thing.
That's right.
That was me. I was comfy cozy for a really long time. Even when my life wasn't comfy cozy, I rationalized it. And it wasn't until it got absolutely that I couldn't fucking handle it anymore that I was ready to do something different.
You know what I heard? This is really such a random little side journey.
Yeah, what?
Okay, so there's this dude that I met. We were actually, I was in Austin.
Okay.
At
you met him in Austin?
Yeah. Remember when I came out for
and he came out here.
No. This is a dude that I'm not even gonna name him.
Okay.
But I came out
Anonymous man.
I'm not gonna name him. Because I think this is kind of weird. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I've got some strange feelings about it, and just who the guy is, it just kind of freaks me out a little bit. But I came out for Any Length retreat, the fest thing, that first time, right? And
the one that I was at.
And they put
Okay. Yeah, got it.
And they put us all in an Airbnb.
Yeah.
And I was with like Matt.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And all those boys. And it was like all of us boys in this Airbnb. And there was this one dude there, right? He was from like New York. And he was talking about how he has a company that's like this like case management company. And he for wealthy families will, for like some, you know, crazy amount of money, he will bring somebody to their bottom. Like he will bring their bottom.
He'll bring them. So what does that mean?
Bring their bottom to them. And he was like, and I'm like, what?
Taking people out and like
what, dude?
Yeah, I need to know what that looks like.
So crazy, right?
Yeah,
like I was like, I'm
like
eating breakfast.
I'm
like what?
Intrigued, and I want to know. Yeah, I need to know.
He said he gave us a story of this one family that was like, I guess, you know, super wealthy. And the kid was like in Dubai, and what he arranged with some other guys that were like ex-military they were going to kidnap him. Okay. There was like some drug deal and they like, and
so it's a setup. It's not like
a setup.
Okay,
it's a setup, but they like had him buying drugs off this person, and then they pulled up in a white van.
Oh no.
And they kidnapped him and were like holding him for ransom for the fucking drug, and like did all this crazy shit and scared the fuck out of this dude.
I don't
know. To the point where the guy like was like almost pissed himself, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then was like thrown out of the car or whatever in Dubai.
Yeah.
Right. And like where it's like super illegal and they're like, we're gonna, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And the dude, you know, was like super willing after that. Right. And like went to rehab.
I mean, I was just going to say, I mean, if it works and that's like a controlled way to let someone, I don't think that would work every fucking time, because I'm thinking of me in that situation. If I was getting high, I think I would get way more high after that. Yeah, I would have used that. Yeah. I've been kidnapped and you don't understand.
I thought it was so crazy. I'm like, dude, that is wild.
That's gnarly.
That's so wild.
I mean, there's a market for everything. And like that's an unconventional way to do things, but like low-key,
I don't know where I feel like ethically about it, but
I don't know either. But also, if they're like in fucking Dubai or whatever, if they're doing it like maybe not in the U.S., I feel like if you did that in the U.S., that could be kind of I don't know.
Well, it could be illegal.
Yeah, it could be illegal. I'm pretty sure that it actually would be illegal. But if your parents set you up, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like, but. I'm open to so many things if they actually work.
Yeah, if it works.
You know, I don't think that would work in every situation.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That just brought that up, and I was just like so amazed.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Does that? Yeah. So anyways, there's services for that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would trust the guy.
I wonder how much it costs to do that.
He
I'm
said
curious.
Some crazy amount. It was like, dude, that's so wild.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay. As someone who makes content, what's your best advice for someone who has a story to tell but no idea how to reach people it could actually relate to? Okay, I think that's a really good question. And dude, just start sharing it. Like, I think that's the best. I didn't start with a following. I didn't start with the intention of doing this. Like, recovery was just such a big part of my life when I started social media. You know, I started with the mom stuff and I was just like, sobriety is such a huge part of my life. Like, I need to integrate it and talk about it. I tell anybody who wants to get into content, the first thing you do is you just start posting. You get on there, you make a video of whatever you want to make a video of, and you just post it.
Right.
And you share it, and you get it places. And you're not gonna maybe have a following in the beginning, but your people will find you, and then it goes from there. You know.
What was your first content? Your first content was mom stuff.
I was freshly postpartum with Silas, and like I just got on there and started just going. I didn't have like we're in quarantine and like I didn't have any social interaction really, and I just started getting on there and like ranting in my way, like comedic way. And like I had a video that got like I don't know 10 to 14 million views, and that was like just like,
was it like you were making fun of the experience?
The video was
like
no. The exact video was what they don't tell you before you have a baby.
Okay,
that's what it was. And like all of the gnarly thing, like postpartum hair loss, you lose your fucking hair. And
I could so see
the
you
fact
doing
that you're
video.
shaking. So and I was like, you know, they don't tell you that you're going to look in the mirror and feel like, who's that crackhead staring back at me? Who is that? And all of these things. Right. And it went like super viral. Yeah. Like
so
super viral.
Yeah.
And that was the beginning, but I wasn't trying. At that point, I mean, it wasn't a year or two after that I realized that like this was becoming my career and I was getting these opportunities from it, but I didn't have I didn't have a following when I first started getting on there and doing stuff like that. It just kind of turned into that, you know.
You took your real life experience, the stuff that you were really going through, and then also your own natural humor, and just said, F it.
That was it. And here I am.
I'm just going to do it.
And it's crazy. And I wasn't I was just looking for my community. I wasn't looking for, you know, like I wasn't looking for likes or follows or for this to be a job. I didn't even know it was like that was possible to like make it a career. What? That's insane. I still today, I'm like, what the fuck? But yeah, my advice is if you are looking to share your story, just share it. Just start sharing it. That's what you do. Share it to anyone who will listen. Share it to the people that you think it'll help. If I don't know what your story is, but if you are in recovery or you have a story that you would like to share on here, hit me up. You know, like I'm always about trying to give someone else a platform and shed light on stories. So there's lots of different ways. There's a ton of different podcasts that like there's ways to distribute, and maybe you start on a smaller level, but that's how you just work your way up when you're doing content and stuff.
what caused you to choose to become a part of the Oak Forest team?
The first time he came out, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my family. These are my best friends now. And I immediately felt very drawn to the Oak Forest community. I think it's really beautiful, from just the bonfire meeting and people not even necessarily needing to go through Oak Forest to go to that. And then also knowing that they have this safe community, or if someone needs help, they can go through this program that has changed so many lives. I love that it's like a family and tribe, like you call it. From seeing how many people have gone through there and then decide to work at Oak Forest and help others and want to stay in that community because they love it so much, I think that's truly something I haven't seen anywhere else. How do you feel about, like, you've always kind of been pretty open on social media?
I feel like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm not like much of a poster, I guess.
Yeah, you're not.
I don't post a whole lot.
I would love if you got on and you just started, like, the next time you're really fucking pissed about something, get online.
and make a video about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That could happen all the time.
Yeah, literally do it.
Yeah.
You should get on today and talk about your brownie McDonald's McFlurry experience.
That would actually be great. Yeah. You know what? In the beginning, I remember, like, years ago, like, when I first started filming myself, it was for, like, our website and doing videos.
Professional.
It was all like...
Yeah, but you got to let people into you.
For sure,
know what I mean?
for sure.
You gotta...
And I remember having to get past the just filming yourself.
Yeah.
And I feel like now I'm pretty past it.
Yeah.
So I think I should...
You should
practice making some videos.
You should. I think people would really like that. Check in, guys. Like and subscribe if you would like RJ to start filming videos. Okay, this is from Melissa. Literally only 1 week sober. Don't ever say only ever again in your life. 1 week sober is fucking huge, and you should be proud of yourself, Melissa. I'm so proud of you. Don't ever say only. Okay, that's a long. No, literally. Literally, I think I just made a post about this the other day. It's like people will message me or say, like, I only have this amount of time. And I'm like, babe, do you know, like, remember the times when you were counting the seconds, the minutes, like, that's a big deal.
Having a week is massive.
That's massive. That's massive. Like, yeah, that is huge.
Like, it's way bigger than having 10 years.
Oh, 100%. Because that's the hardest part, right? Is the beginning and, like, getting that. That's everybody starts at day fucking one. I started at 1 second, 1 minute. We all start there, and 1 week is amazing. So I'm proud of you. But she says, what are ways to stay consistent with all of the stresses of life and not being part of a program?
Does she mean like she's like not in treatment?
She's not in a program. Maybe she doesn't work a program. Like she's maybe not 12-step. Or probably maybe doesn't do anything. Maybe she's 1 week sober without.
I'd say find a community. Like I get into a community. I think we talk about that all the time. I think Rachel talks about that all the time. I think there's the Sober Girls group chat. There's it's just anywhere you can find a community. I mean, you were talking about it, but like, finding when you were, just had Silas.
Yeah.
On Facebook.
There's so much power in that.
Find community. It's all going to be about community, and it's going to help you deal with your stress because you're going to be able to talk to people that are going through the same thing. And I think that's the only way. I think it's the only way. Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's connection.
Yeah. Amen. I also run 3A recovery meetings that are not 12-step based. If you ever want a support group, just to go to, it's not, like I said, nobody really, I mean, a lot of people do work a 12-step program in there, but it's basically just a support group. We meet people where they're at. We have meetings on Zoom like 4 or 5 times a week. All the information is on my highlighted post on my Instagram and my Facebook. So come join. What else? We got another question. I feel like every time I ask these, everyone's like, where did Hunter go? And I'm like, I feel like we've answered this so many times, but Hunter just got engaged. Did you see that?
I did.
What the heck? Congratulations. He moved and he's getting married and having a whole blended family, and it's beautiful, and we love him.
He just asked me to be
the best man?
No, a groomsman.
Really? Oh. I better be invited to the wedding.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
Yeah.
I love that.
I'm like, absolutely.
Are you going to do it? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Imagine you're just
That'd
like,
be crazy. Fuck no. You left our podcast. You're out.
Yeah. Oh, that's beautiful.
No, I've always supported Hunter.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We love Hunter. Okay. I don't think there's any more questions on here.
What's going on in life?
Dude, I've been so fucking busy.
Yeah, what's going on?
I've been nonstop trips and all amazing things, but I've been having a really hard time. I don't do well when I'm like too busy, and it's like that's one of the bless. It's a luxury problem to have for me. It's like my life is so big and beautiful right now that it's so busy with all such amazing things, but I really struggle to like navigate all of it and being this busy, and then also prioritize. I was just talking to somebody about this yesterday. It's like I have so many amazing humans in my life today that I just don't have the time to give to each one.
Right.
And that's fucking hard. I don't really know. It's like I have to I'm always like falling short in one area of trying to keep up with things. Right. So that's where I'm at. I'm just like, I'm tired and I've been very busy, and I always feel like I'm like failing someone, you know? I have like, and I'm not fucking exaggerating. And I read a bunch of my text messages yesterday. I have 1,900 unread text messages.
Wow.
1,900.
Wow.
And that was over 2,000 yesterday.
You know what sucks for me? It's like, okay, I don't have any unread messages, right? So like I have 3 right now. But what my problem is, same with you, probably the same thing. I like
responding.
I'll open it, but I don't have like, I'll open it when it comes in, but I don't have the ability to respond.
Yeah. And then you forget about it, and then a week goes by.
So many messages that come through my phone that it disappears.
That's where I'm at too. It's like even in the group chat with the girls, if I miss an hour and shit is popping off in there, like sometimes I can't scroll up because there's 500 messages, and I miss out on important things sometimes. And sometimes I'll pop in and I'll be like, hey guys, like, I can't even know. I don't have the time to catch up right now, and I'm not sure what's going on. The last few days I haven't been able to. It's like, also I'm very, I'm the type of person that I really need time to like decompress after being so busy, and like especially I've been very social lately, like very social for the last like probably 2 months straight. I've had like events and our girls trip and all of these things going on, and I love being social, but I also need a like recharge period for myself.
Right.
So it's like I haven't had much of that at all.
Right.
So that's where I'm just like trying to navigate how to figure it all out.
I would struggle if I had to travel a lot.
Yeah.
Like getting on airplanes and going different places.
Yeah.
That would just I'd lose it. But I also have to recharge.
I think everybody does. I mean, I think there are some people that definitely
love just being social
all the time. All the time.
There are those people
all the time. And I'm just like, dude, I'm very like, I'm an empath, I like pick up on energies, and it takes a lot out of me. Like when, and there's obviously like, I have a ton of friends that also recharge me like with their energy, but just socializing can be really exhausting. I can have the best time ever, but I'm always like exhausted after. So it's just like, I don't know, finding balance, right? Balance is the hardest fucking thing in recovery. Finding balance with anything is the hardest thing in recovery. And I still struggle with that all of these years later. So I don't know. After this trip, I go to Mexico in 2 weeks. John's getting his teeth.
Vacation?
Kind of. He's like, so we went there last year and he got a brand new set of teeth. Yeah. And then, so they have to put an implant crown on, and I don't need any dental work this time. So I'm literally just looking forward to bringing like 20 books with me and like laying on the beach. Like 5 days.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. And then I got my mom calling me and she's like, watch out for the cartel. They're saying they're going to retaliate and da-da-da. And I'm like, dude, I'm literally, the only thing that I have my mind set on is just laying on a beach chair and reading books and eating the all-inclusive meals.
You're gonna be great.
Oh yeah, 100%. My mom, it's a mom thing. She's just like, just be careful. I'm like, dude, they fuck with me down there. I love it. I love going down there. Like, I've never felt unsafe in Mexico, and but I'm just really, I think that will be hopefully a recharge.
Yeah,
for me.
That's great.
Need that. Yeah. What about you? What's going on
in my life? God, I don't know.
Right a lot, now, all the time.
Yeah, there's a lot, of course, all the time, for sure. But I think, my biggest struggle right now is like trying to date. I think that's just like
what do you think? What's hard about it?
I don't know, man. Everything about it. Everything.
Yeah.
I don't, it's like in your experience with treatment, how special is Oak Forest?
Oak Forest is very special. I've had my fair share of treatment experiences. I've even worked in treatment myself. And Oak Forest is like something I've never really experienced before. And I think that it's almost something that like cannot be replicated anywhere else, at least from what I've seen, right? And so it's just like this community and the love and the support that goes from the beginning of the process, and not even just with the clients, with the families, with everything else. Like everything that I have seen goes above and beyond. And like beyond, even as like all of these people are being employed long after they have completed treatment, right? And I think that right there says everything.
God, I don't know if I just have like bad luck, or if it's like I'm the common denominator. I don't know if I have.
Are you searching? Are you
for
like
sure?
Okay.
Oh yeah, no, I'm searching.
Okay, well, the cliche saying of like,
don't be looking, and it's
it's like love will find you when you're least and when you least expect it. Is
that true?
I think it is true. Jenna was just telling me she deleted all her dating apps.
Yeah,
and maybe that's what you need to do, is not. And obviously, like it's so hard. And I think dating apps have ruined.
Listen,
dating.
There's the illusion of choice. I think I've gotten past the illusion of choice.
Okay.
I've been on lots of dates. And there was one girl I was with, like kind of on and off for a while. And it was just like, and she was really cool. And I think we're definitely like better friends, but we shouldn't even be friends. But it's also just very toxic.
Yeah.
And we're just not meant to be together. And we both know that. But
that almost makes it harder, because you're like,
sure,
we're not supposed to
and
be
it's like,
together.
We don't, and then we do,
because
and then
there's
it's like
feelings there, and then it's like, ugh.
It's great for a night, and then it's fucking terrible for a week, and it's like, oh my god. And I was dating this one girl recently, and she was really great. Yeah, like awesome. Real like normie, like her life, like dude, like such an amazing story. Yeah, where she's come from and where she's made it to, and like lives down in Santa Monica and has like built this amazing life for herself. And I was like really into it, and we were dating for probably like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 weeks. And I feel like there's so much that goes like unsaid in a relationship. And I was driving down there, and she likes to trade like in the stock market in the mornings. Oh no, she's like a baller.
Oh, that's a baddie.
She's
a trader.
I don't know, like a baller. Dude.
Oh,
like,
okay.
Crazy next level, right? You know what I mean?
That. Yeah,
and so I'm like, and I see that, and I'm like, okay, that's really cool. It's also like she's got her whole like setup and her desk, and like
that's hot.
If you're in California and you're trading, like that's early in the morning. Yeah, you know what I mean? Because it's New York time, right? So. Okay, I see that. I respect that. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, I'll make the sacrifice to drive to Santa Monica. Right. But also my whole life is up here.
Yeah.
Right. So like I'm going down to Santa Monica, like after traffic, going down there, but we both go to bed early. So we only get like a few hours, get something to eat, like hang out, watch a show, go to bed. Right. And then she's up early, she's trading. I wake up a little bit later, have coffee, and then drive up here to go to work.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And I was doing that like a few nights out of the week. And I was just going down there, and I never heard her say like, hey, I'd come up to you, but I also didn't want to be like, hey, do you want to come up to my place? Yeah. Because I also like, she's got a trade. She doesn't have all of her stuff. So I didn't want to like put her out. It's different because my business doesn't require me to be at this desk at 5 a.m. or whatever. And then it reached this place where like she then got like super like there was something going on, and I'm like,
she thought that you were hiding something, probably.
Yeah.
She thought you were hiding a wife and kids.
Dude, that's what she. And I'm like,
I know women so well because I
straight up, that's what
I would have thought that. I guess, but she could have also communicated that.
She could have communicated it.
Yeah.
And I also was like, dude, I would have loved so much if she would have been coming up here. Like,
so did you tell her that?
Yeah.
But then were you turned off by the way that she addressed it?
No, I mean, I don't know. Dude, God, dude, these things are so like, and it's like what she was thinking in her head, what I was thinking in my head are like these two totally different things.
Yeah,
and yet
yeah,
they
yeah.
never, and so she like ended it. Right.
Oh.
So she like sent me a message, didn't even tell me why. Like she was like, I just feel like things are going in a direction like whatever. But she didn't even tell me what she was thinking. And
so she's thinking all of this. And then you confront her on it.
No, so I'm like, she sent me this text that was kind of very final, and I was
yeah.
Okay, and I'm like, I'm
but
gonna
you're like,
respect
but what
it.
happened?
Yeah, and she kind of like explained it, and I just was like, okay, like I'll respect it, and like I'm not the kind of guy that's like gonna push and be like,
right.
You know what I mean? I'm like, cool, like it's fine, like if it doesn't work out, like it's, you know, no hurt feelings. You're great,
yeah.
like it was great, it was a good time. And then like a couple of weeks went by, and then I think I like responded to one of her stories. Right, because it was like something that we probably always talked about. I can't remember.
Yeah.
And then she was like, "Oh, I miss you," and I was like, "Oh, I."
She didn't want to end it to begin with. I'll tell you. Right. She never did.
But like
yeah. Well, here is the thing with relationships is like communication and especially in new you guys are trying to like figure each other out and stuff, and women will not. Sometimes we won't say anything, and we'll expect expectations of like, we'll expect you to know, and we'll end things in a very irrational way because we think something that we just won't confront you about.
And she's probably going to watch this. She watches a lot of the episodes. So I'm not, you know, and we've had this conversation, and then we like, so then I went down and saw her again. Yeah. And then she told me all that.
Okay.
And I was like,
yeah.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, no, like there's no other girls that I'm dating. Like my life is just too busy to have multiple girls that I just am like, and I'm like, so like, it's just like my brain like came out of my head. You know what I mean? Like thinking like, as she's saying this, and I'm like, I would have loved, I didn't feel like I didn't want to put you out. And it just was this, you know, anyways, and then she was like, okay, well, I'll come up to your place. Okay. And I'm like, cool. And so then she was going to, and then it was just supposed to be like last week or something, because she was going to leave and she's going traveling and whatever. But then it came to the night that she was going to come, and then she was like, oh, and like something came up, and then she got busy, and then she couldn't come, and then now she's gone for a couple weeks, and it's just, relationships are so complicated and fragile in the beginning, and it just is like, I think people like have a hard time saying things.
Well, it's hard to get vulnerable with people. It's hard to, because she probably felt like she was being crazy with that thought. She didn't know how you were going to react. What if she said, Kate was like upfront and be like, hey, I think you have another girlfriend somewhere, and that's why you're not inviting me over. And that's a valid thought, but it's especially when you don't know someone so well yet, or you're not comfortable enough to say then women, well, I know for me, I'll speak for me. I'm not saying all women, because I know that like I would probably get in my head, and then every text you send me, I'm like, oh, there's something suspicious behind the scenes. Something is going on. And then we like feed into this narrative to the point, I've done shit like that for sure, that could have totally been avoided with a simple conversation. But in the beginning, it's like, so it's hard to get vulnerable like that. It's hard to, so like all this crazy shit happens, and so many, I wonder how many relationships like just never go anywhere. These people were like meant to be, and then they just don't go anywhere because someone's scared to like say this, or you know, then they have like anxious attachment, and then they're like, or like they just abandon the whole relationship and self-sabotage. It's like, relationships are hard.
They're hard, man. They're hard. And it's just, and I feel just like, I don't know, as I've gotten older, like, I have this theory, right? That like, we're about the same age, right?
I think so. How old are you?
37. And it's like, I think like your frontal cortex develops. Yeah. Right.
Oh,
and your ability to like really think logically, like sets in, and it's like, I naturally am more geared for looking for the reasons for why something won't work. Yeah. Where when I feel like, I know when I was younger, maybe like in my 20s, I was geared for only looking for the reasons for why something would work. Yeah. And it like changes, it flips, and it becomes this different thing.
Listen, nobody wakes up one day and thinks, you know what'll be fun? Going to rehab. But sometimes life gets messy, and the bravest thing that you can do is admit that you need a reset.
At Oak Forest Recovery, we're not here to judge. We've been there. We know what it's like. We've been scared. We've been alone, using comedy and jokes to cover it all up. The good news is you don't have to do it alone. We have the tools, we've got the community, and we even have good coffee.
If you or someone you love is struggling, come see us. Healing doesn't have to be boring. It can even be fun, and we're here to help.
And it just becomes more difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, you get like pessimistic.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know if it's more, it's like more maybe pessimistic, but also more
realistic.
Yeah, realistic. Yeah. It's like it's being too realistic is the problem.
Yeah.
I think.
Well, I think also if you really did find the right person, you can, if things that won't work, sometimes will. Sometimes you find a way, and that's what relationships are like. Right. About. So wait, where are you and this girl at now? It's just like, she's gonna come over when she gets back from her traveling.
I hope so. Yeah, we'll see.
She sounds really cool, and I hope she does.
Yeah, she's traveling right now, so we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes. Yeah, that's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like I'm getting old. I'm like, God, I'm 37. I want to be.
Do you feel like you want to get married again, or like?
Yeah, I would be open to that.
Yeah,
I'm totally open to that. I think I'd maybe want to have another kid, or I'm open to all those things.
Yeah.
You know, so
I think it's beautiful that you get to like go through the process of figuring it out, even if it sucks though.
Yeah.
Because I hear from Jenna all the time about similar things, you know, like the dating world is
it just gets harder when you get older, I think. It gets harder as you get older.
There's some really fucked up sayings about like when you get older, it's like there's no one in the dating pool left, and all the good ones are gone, and like all of this other shit. And it's like just the leftovers.
So gnarly. Oh, dude, it is.
But I don't think that's true, dude.
I don't think it's true.
No, because also I want to say that I've seen people much older get divorced and go out. Like I'm talking like in their 50s and 60s and find the love of their lives. So it's not. You still got time, you know. Like it's never. You can always.
Yeah.
And what's meant to be will be.
What's meant, I know. All these sayings.
And I truly believe that.
I know. You know what? I want that feeling.
Oh, I love that feeling.
You know, I want that feeling, man.
Yeah.
That's what I want that feeling.
Yeah.
And it's hard to find. It's just harder to find. I don't know. And then dating in LA is
maybe you need to move, or you need to like set your dating apps to like other places.
Well, that's what I was like. Remember when I came and spent a month in Austin?
Oh, in Austin.
Yeah,
What'd you think
I was
about
like
the
so
girls
excited.
in
I was like,
Austin?
oh my God, great.
Okay, but better than here.
Experiences with girls in Austin. I also feel like, you know, where I live in Westlake Village this is not a great little area to date. Anybody you're going to date is like in LA, like on the west side, Brentwood, Santa Monica, and then now you got distance. That's an hour.
And that's already pushing it. That's already pushing it.
That's an hour.
No,
that's an hour each way, no traffic.
Yeah.
So I think it was, you know, to go to her house, 53 minutes, no traffic. And so that becomes tough.
That definitely becomes tough.
It's a lot of work.
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah,
I would end it.
See what I'm saying?
If someone is more than like 20 minutes away from me, I would end it immediately. I'm so sorry. Unless they're coming to me all the time. Right? I just fucking hate. Yeah. That's travel time. Like is a deal breaker for me.
It's so tough. It's so tough. I don't travel anywhere. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
And that's also to add to that, like, to me, in my mind, like if this person knew me, like I don't drive to LA. Like,
No, you stay in your little thing.
I do not.
And so any girls that RJ dates, just know if he's driving for you, he's going out of his comfort zone. He's putting in effort.
And if I'm coming out multiple times a week for weeks on end, like to me, in my mind, I'm like, holy shit, dude, like this I'm like, this is clearly like, you must see that I'm
putting in effort.
Serious about this. But it actually got twisted the other way, that it was like, what is he hiding? And
yeah,
I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. Well, and she may have some prior stuff, there's usually behind all those kind of thoughts, there's usually some
traumas
things
or something, or past stuff. Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, yeah,
I think we're gonna have to do an update every episode that we do like this. We're gonna have to do a RJ dating
dating experience. There was this is not funny, maybe funny, kind of dark. One of my best friends, he died of an OD. Okay, this is a while ago. Ned. I don't know if you ever heard me talk about Ned. He's my favorite person, Ned. And so Ned died of an OD, and at his memorial, Ned and I were best friends. Like we hung out every day, right? Yeah. And this was a couple of years ago. And at his memorial, his roommate went up to share and talk, and he was like, he was like, all Ned talked about all the time was how worried he was about RJ's dating life. Because I would just talk to Ned about my dating, and it was just, he had this whole, like eulogy, right, on like how like Ned was worried about me and in this area. It was so funny.
Yeah. Well, now we're all worried about it.
Yeah. So now, we're years later, and Ned's watching from up above, and you're still hear Ned doing the same thing.
Yeah, he's probably just laughing up there. Like, this is very entertaining. Yeah.
Well, I think that's probably...
Yeah, that's a wrap. Okay, guys. Whatever, like I said, and I've said this, I feel I've already said this before in the episode, but whatever you want, just ask us. Send some questions. Give us some stuff to talk about, okay? Okay, love you. Say your prayers, make good choices, and don't do crack.
Don't do crack.